Yo, what is going on, guys? It is the DFS Shark. We are back with another day of some DFS. We got all MLB today, right? The season came to an end yesterday in NBA. We got the play-in game starting tomorrow and Wednesday, I believe, but only a couple of games there. So moving forward, it's going to be heavy MLB. Since MLB season is in full effect, we're going to be getting a lot of action every day. So that's where I'm going to be targeting. I'm going to be throwing in some NBA lines here and there, but there's only going to be, between 1 to 3 games a day in the NBA. So you're not going to get as much value there as you are in the MLB. But as always, guys, if y'all watch these videos, y'all like these breakdowns, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be alerted as soon as these videos drop. I'm dropping prize picks videos like this every single morning. And I want to go over yesterday's plays, man. So definitely not the way I wanted to end the season, right? We went 0-2 here, and then on our 5-man line, we actually went 0-5. The worst way I could have ended the year, right? And like I said on this channel, I'm always going to show the wins and losses, whether we win, where we lose. We're going to show them both. We're winning more than we're losing, but losses happen, and then sometimes you're going to go 0-5. Sometimes, honestly, I think it's kind of impressive when you can go 0-5. That's almost just as hard as going 5-0, because if you think about all the juiced odds and all the plays that we're putting in our lineup, it's kind of crazy. But we lost 3 of these top ones by the hook right here, right? Caleb Martin had 2 assists in the first half. Hardly played the second half, right? Didn't even play the fourth quarter, so that killed us. Beverly had 5 in the first half, and then just only got 1 rebound in the second half, or 1 or 2. But lost on the hook there, and then Chet Holmgren got 9 rebounds in the first half, maybe 8, and maybe a quick one in the second, but he didn't do nothing after that. They pulled him, which was what I was hoping, but he just got up too quick of a start there. But it is what it is, man. This is going to happen if you're playing 5-6-man lineups. This is going to happen. Eventually, you're going to run into one of these nights. It just happened to be on the last day of the NBA season, but it is what it is. We're moving on to tonight. I got 2 solid plays in the MLB that I'm going to go over, and then I got 3 other plays I'm going to be pairing that up with in the flex. But if you're looking to get started here on Prize Picks, drop in this promo code. They're going to match you up to 100% match deposit bonus. And the same with Chalkboard, drop in this code SHARK. They're going to hook you up. Chalk is now on Droid now for y'all Droid users who've been waiting. And if we slide over to the Discord here, if you're in the Discord, go to the free plays section here. You can see this is where I post all of my free plays every single day. And then I add random lines in throughout the day. And all these plays in the free plays are also from the premium. I'm kind of just picking 1 or 2, 3 for the day and throwing them in here, so y'all can get some action in on those. But if you're looking to join the premium, I'm sending out usually between like 6 to 10, 6 to 12 slips a day between Prize Picks, Chalkboard, and Underdog. Go to join premium here, or just go to the dfsshark.com so you can learn more about it. And you can see some of the reviews and testimonials from others that are in there as well. But let's dive into the optimizer. Let's see what it is cooking up for us today in the MLB. We hit that refresh here. We got Jarren Duran fantasy score over 7.5. So it's heavy on the fantasy scores this morning, right? I don't really play fantasy scores too much, but if y'all guys play fantasy scores, here's some good ones. Jalen Duran over 7.5. Tyler O'Neill over 7.5. We got Ozuna under 1.5 total bases. So if you're looking for a tool that can pull the best plays, best odds from all the sports books, get on Daily Grind, drop in that code SHARK for 25% off your first month. It is a great tool to build 5- and 6-man slips. This is where I start every day. I find my plays from here, and then I dive in and do research, and I figure out which ones give us the best edge. But let's dive into these plays for the day, right? So the first play I'm liking a lot. I was kind of eyeing this one last night. I was hoping the line was still here in the morning, and it still is. And just a heads up, guys, as I'm making these videos, I've already put these plays in. So sometimes these lines can get removed, they can get bumped, they can get changed. Most times in MLB, they don't just get bumped. It's not like basketball. Most times they just often get removed altogether. So may run across that this video, just be aware. You can still get these lines on other sites. But Marsh is going to be the first play. We're going to be going 1.5 HRR, hits, runs, RBIs. We're going more than on Marsh here. So dive into Brandon Marsh here. Over his last 5, he's at this line at 60% of the time. He's been having a great year too, and we'll get into all of his stats for the year and everything. Let's go over his trends right now. So last 5, 60%, averaging 1.8 HRR. Last 10 at 60%, 1.9. Last 20 right at 50%, but this is also going into last season. Head-to-head to me in baseball, I look at it, but ultimately, I don't make decisions off of head-to-head because a lot of it's dependent on pitching matchups, who you're going to be facing. This could have been a whole different team last year, right? So I like really focusing my plays on who they're facing that start in that game when it comes to hitters. And for the year, he's gone over this line 53% of the time. And if we go to their matchup here, we go to Colorado. We got Quantrill. Is it Quantrill? Is that how you say it? But that is the pitcher. He is a right-handed pitcher. We got Marsh, who is a left-handed batter here. And you can see, just looking at his stats from last year, right? He had a 5 ERA, pitched about 100 innings, strikeouts per 9 at 5. So he doesn't get a lot of strikeouts, right? So Marsh is going to be able to put the ball in play here and get on base for it. So we go to his last, let's just go to this season right here since there isn't too many games. He's getting about 3 to 3.4 plate appearances a game. Usually he's going to get around 4. And if we go just to his hits here, right, you see he's getting almost a hit a game. There's only been a couple games where he hasn't been getting hit. He's been off to a hot start this year. And if we slide down to his history versus Quantrill, he's had 5 plate appearances and he's hitting 400 against him. 2 hits, 1 RBI. His K rate's only at 20%, so he's only struck out 1 of those at bats out of the 5. So I'm looking for him to keep the ball and put the ball in play. We go to his 2023 stats, right? Like I said, he's been playing really well this year, but 2023 for the year, he hit 277, solid hitter. But against righties, he hit 292. So you can see he's going to get hits. He hits for a high average. He's going to put the ball in play and make things happen, right? Quantrill, it's against left-handed batters for the year, the opposite. His ERA has gone up against left-handed batters here. His ERA has jumped up to 6.20 here. His hits, runs per 9, 1.2. So some major jumps up and spikes up here for him. And this is just the pitch arsenal. If you want to dive into this, you can see he only strikes out 14% of the time against sinkers, Marsh. So he's going to put the ball in play here. His OBA here is 388, so that is very solid as well. And then if we go down here to the Phillies, we can even do verse. You can see some players are absolutely tearing him up, right? Like, for example, Schwarber, he's had 11 at-bats against Quantrill, and he's had 3 home runs, right? So he's seeing the ball well against him. Harper hasn't had too many at-bats, but he is hitting 333. Merrifield's the one struggling really against him. Castellanos and Turner have both hit bombs off him as well. So good matchups all around. When you're playing HARR, you want to look at the players around your guy as well. So if he does get on base, you want them to be able to drive him in so you can get that run there, right? Go to the projections here. Brandon Marsh, you can see if you add all this up, you got hits, runs, and RBIs, you'll have over 2 here. So RotoWire likes him going over this line here. If you slide over here, one of the interesting things I want to show you about Marsh and how well he's hitting this year is his average exit velocity is 94.9. So he's in the 98th percentile, and his hard hit percentage, he is in the top like 1 to 3% of the league when it comes to hard hit percentage, hitting it 69% of the time. He's hitting the ball hard. And you can see his spray chart. He's hitting all over the field right now. Both of his home runs have came from opposite field shots. Oh, he actually had one over here that he hit. But if you slide down here to 2024, right, exit velocity, he's in the top 2% of the league right now. So he's been seeing the ball well. He's been driving the ball. And then hard hit percentage here, he's in the top 1% of the league at 69%. It only takes 1 for him to connect and hit this line for us. If he can just get on base with some singles or a double, we got these other players on the Phillies who can drive him in. But Marsh is going to be my top play. Let's dive into the next play. Like I said, these lines are going to get removed, and that's what it's looking like it's happened here. The next play I liked was Varsho here, and this line has already been removed. Varsho on the Blue Jays, the line I liked was more than half a total base. So I don't know if they have any other lines for him. Let's try here to see if they have anything. It looks like they don't have nothing. But this is the play I'm liking, man. So if you can get this on Underdog, if you can get this on Chalkboard, Sleeper, wherever you play at, right? Daulton Varsho. And this is one of my favorite lines also. The total base is over 0.5. You're not depending on any other players in the team. You're just depending on him to get a hit. That's really all you need. And that's one of my favorite lines, especially with players who are hitting well or have certain hidden matchups. All they need is 1 hit, right? It could even be a bloop. It don't matter as long as they get that total base. So diving into Varsho here, they're going up against the Yankees. They got a matchup against Gill here. Younger pitcher, hardly pitched last year. I don't believe they've even faced each other yet, but he is a right-handed pitcher. And Varsho usually doesn't even play unless there is a right-handed pitcher. But you can see for the year, he's hit this line at 62% of the time. So he's been doing well against this line. Only hitting righties mainly. Like I said, he's kind of a specialist when it comes to that. So plate appearances, usually getting about 4 a game as well. Hits, you can see here, he's been getting multiple hits, extra base hits. Over his last couple games, though, he had a couple of extra base hits here, which is solid. You can see he's hit this line in 6 straight games at home. So plays well at home, plays well in Toronto. He's not a guy that's going to hit the ball for a high average, though. He doesn't have those same type of stats as Marsh. Let's dive into his actual projections here. They got him at about 0.8 hits, right? And if we dive into his year, he's at about, he's only hitting 196, right? His OBP 260, slugging percentage 348, OPS 608. So not the greatest stats here for Varsho. But like I said, he is a specialist and he hits against righties and he can get on base, right? That average might be low, but he's still getting at least 1 total base a game, which is all we need, right? And you can see he drives the ball. He's a heavy pull hitter, right? He's hitting everything to the right side of the field. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of his hits, you know, is a ground ball between first and second, or maybe even one right up the middle here, or somewhere in this gap. Most likely it's going to be a pull hit. But Varsho, that's going to be my second play of the day. And so those are going to be my top 2 plays, right? We got those locked in. And for my next 3 plays, I'm going to be throwing these in a flex play with those top 2 as well in separate lineup. And one of the plays I'm liking is going to be Hayes on the Pirates. We're going to be going over 1.5 HRR here. Another solid play, another solid line going up against the Mets. He has a plus matchup here. I can't, like I said, when it comes to these next 3 plays, I don't go as in depth because I want to keep these videos nice and short. But all the analysis, all the research I did on those first 2 plays went into these last 3 as well. Can't exactly remember who they're facing in this one, but he had a plus matchup there. For my next play, we're going to be going Caballero, and they already have removed his line as well. The line I got on him was over 0.5 total bases, right? 0.5 total bases. Prizepicks is getting pretty quick at removing these lines. So the best spot if you want these plays is the Discord. I post these in there as soon as I have them. But they're just removing all lines completely now. It seems like they're tightening up on their lines. A lot of plays when I went to go put them in, they had removed them completely. So I had to kind of start with a whole new slip here. So Caballero, if you can get this on Underdog, Sleeper, Chalkboard, wherever you play, 0.5 total bases is the play I was liking. For the last play, Hicks, he is not even on here now. So Prizepicks is on it this morning, man. If you've been watching my videos, you know I've dealt with this from the NBA. I put these plays in and I throw them in the Discord immediately, right? But then I got to record these videos, and by the time I'm recording these videos, which is only 5 to 10 minutes after that, they're already removed. So not much I can do there. But Hicks, the play I liked was more than 0.5 total bases as well. But let me dive in here and show you the full slip so you can see it. This was the full slip. If you want to screenshot this, try to lock, if you could lock these in anywhere else, right? You can see we locked this in as the flex play. We got Marsh and Varsho up top. We got Hayes, Caballero, and then we got Hicks here at the bottom, right? We got all Moores here. So I'm looking for a heavy offensive game here. But this is what I'm going to be rolling with. We're looking to rebound off that terrible night last night in the NBA. Just couldn't catch a break. We're looking to 10x here and also hit this double. But that's going to be it for the plays for this video, guys. Unfortunately, Prizepicks removed a lot of them this time. Normally, we can catch them there. Normally, we can get them there or at least get alternate lines, but they're just taking off all lines completely. So no other way around that really than just posting the Discord as soon as I have them, which is what I do. But if y'all want to get started on either of your sites, remember to drop in either of these codes. That's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope y'all have a great rest of the day. Take care.